Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
All right. What a panel we have for you today. Go ahead and call. You can sit in Jim's chair. Dr. Steve? Oh, you want a computer? Yeah, oh yeah. All right, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We have a big medical panel here, so if you have questions...
These assholes are rude. I'm Steve.
Feel free to call up. That's DJ Whoo Kid.
How you doing, sir?
Okay, that's Dr. Steve.
We actually want you to be part of a guest star in the road trip.
Bobo, I think we're good. We did the road trip segment, I think. I think, Dr. Steve, that's not...
You better talk to Colin about that before you start inviting more people on this trip.
Now, I wanted to talk about... Because Dr. Steve's got a weekend show, Whoo Kid, on this channel.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk real quick. Let me get some plugs out of the way. Because this weekend is a big weekend, not only because you'll get to hear Dr. Steve. What time is your show on, Dr. Steve?
9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius.
Saturday.
Right,
Saturday night.
Right, and then 9 a.m. Sunday, which we actually get a lot of people listening to us Sunday morning.
Yeah, I mean, and it's two separate audiences. It's perfect timing for the two separate audiences. That's on this channel. Also, on this channel, at 4 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday is my show, the Sam Roberts Show. I actually interviewed John McGinley, who was on O&A and killed today, by the way. But I interviewed him yesterday to tape for Sunday's show. I mean, we cover some of the same stuff, but we do cover different stuff as well, so that'll be on. But more importantly, Elizabeth Berkley
that's the
from Saved by the Bell.
I love her.
From Showgirls, DJ Whoo Kid. She will be on my show this weekend, and I didn't know what to expect from her, but she was much better than expected.
Oh, get out of here.
Like, I thought if I started throwing Showgirls questions at her, she'd start to clam up or whatever. She didn't. She was into it.
She was open?
It was a very good interview. So that airs Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, the Sam Roberts Show on this channel. Also, if you're in the New York area, tomorrow night in Rahway, I'm doing play-by-play at a wrestling show.
Oh, shit.
Pro Wrestling Syndicate is the name of the company. You can get all the info at ProWrestlingSyndicate.com. But the big news here, the Insane Clown Posse are going to be in the building.
They're performing?
No, they're going to be guest commissioners at this wrestling show.
Can't be serious.
That's beautiful.
So it's not to be missed.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Get all the info at ProWrestlingSyndicate.com. But it's one of those things that they asked me if I wanted to do play-by-play on, and I'm like, the Insane Clown Posse are going to be there. Yes, I want to do play-by-play on this. But now that that's out of the way, I've assembled the three smartest people I know.
Get out of here.
That's Dr. Steve, because he's a doctor.
Thank you.
That's DJ Whoo Kid, because he's got his ear to the streets.
Hey.
And, of course, it's Daniel Bobo Curlin.
Right?
Okay. So,
Not much to say. Huh?
No, he's... but that's why I like him. You know, he does most of his thinking with his brain. He's not a verbal guy.
Oh, okay.
But Dr. Steve on his show, if you've never heard it, and you should, he takes medical questions. You know, we always call Dr. Steve when we have concerns. So I thought here on the After Show, if anybody out there has any medical questions
Medicinal.
that they want Dr. Steve to take care of, they can call up. Of course, Dr. Steve is not acting as your physician here.
That's right.
Which I thought would be very well illustrated by also including Bobo and DJ Whoo Kid.
Thank you.
Chiropractic.
Neither Bobo. Are you a licensed doctor?
No, I'm not a licensed doctor.
Okay. Whoo Kid?
I mean, I know a medicinal expert at the community college.
Okay. Now, yesterday, you tell me, Dr. Steve, yesterday DJ Whoo Kid made the assertion that in order for something to be a true physical addiction, your teeth have to fall out. Right. Is that accurate?
That's pretty common.
See, I wasn't making this up.
Well,
right, maybe he's right. Let's start taking some calls. Maybe he's right. Dr. Steve says he's right.
Even tobacco. Tobacco it reduces the blood flow to the capillaries or through the capillaries, and that can affect the roots of the teeth too. And people who smoke have more dental problems. That's what my dental friends tell me. So there's some truth in that. Certainly, if you addicted to meth, your teeth falling out.
Right. Who Kid? You're smarter than I thought you were.
I told you I'm a smart nigga, man.
I guess so.
Yo, but the thing that's great, when do you know when the teeth actually start falling out? I know you're high.
Well, when you hear
addicted, but when do you start figuring it out? Like.
When you look on the floor and you hear an ivory, bing, and there's new air passing through your gums.
Does the gums recede? Does it? I don't know. How do you know? Like to stop?
Well, first thing, oral hygiene isn't top on the
they don't bathe.
list.
Okay.
So that's part of it.
But do you think they get wiggly first? I would assume.
Yeah. You get broken teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, people break their teeth and they just fall out at that point. If you have decreased blood flow to the teeth or receding gums, those kinds of things, you can lose them.
Bobo?
Yeah, Bobo.
That's not something I know about.
Okay, all right. Then we'll move on to another topic. Then.
Did Bobo wash his dick today? I don't know.
That's a great question. Bobo, wash your dick?
Of course.
Okay.
Good.
He's not addicted.
Nice. Excellent. 865, you're on the special medical panel after show.
What's going on? Primetime Sam Roberts. Glad to be on the show. I appreciate it.
Good.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Good.
Wanted to say, Dr. Steve, I have a question for you about sclerosing shots for my... I got a Morton's neuroma. What are the long-term effects of getting those alcohol shots? I'm on my fourth one so far, and it's hurting worse.
What is this, first of all? What is a sclerosing shot?
Well, it's basically it's alcohol. It's diluted alcohol.
Yeah.
Shots into the nerve, basically to kill it prior to surgery. And I'm just wondering of the long-term effects that could possibly have if it's, they're going in there, it's ultrasound guided into the nerve. But I didn't know if, it's not just going to all stay at the nerve. Is there any other long-term effects? Because I don't think it's working right now, and the orthopedic surgeon that's doing them thinks that I may be in that 20% it doesn't work in.
Oh, boy.
And that I might have to get surgery to get the nerve actually cut out. Yeah. So my question is, what are the long-term effects?
Right. Dr. Steve, the long-term effects.
Well, what he's got is a Morton's neuroma, which is it's also known as Morton's intertarsal neuroma, and what it is it's a swelling of one of the digital nerves of the foot. Okay, so you'll get it between like the third and fourth foot.
Okay,
the third and fourth toe on the foot part, not actually in the toe. But so he's probably having pain just short of the knuckle of the toe.
And is it under your foot or above?
On the underside.
Like bruise, yeah.
So it sucks to walk on it.
Oh, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh.
Absolutely.
And what they're doing on him is rather than going in and doing surgery first, which is one of the options, is to just take this nerve bundle out, is to inject it with an alcohol solution that's so toxic to the nerve that it just kills it. Oh, and it will set up some inflammation initially, and may hurt worse in the beginning, but after time it should. As the nerve dies, the pain should go away.
How do you know if it's got to get worse before it gets better? How do you know if it's not just getting worse?
Right. Well, because
just time.
A tincture of time. Yeah. Yes. At some point, it should start to get better.
You ever do those shots when you're in the club, Whoo Kid? Sclerosing shots?
I don't really recall that my middle toe is up, but no.
Those don't get passed around?
No.
Give it time.
Well, it's a rock, but I don't know.
Right. Bobo?
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. So we'll move on to the next. I hope he helped you, buddy.
I'm not a medical expert, so I wouldn't know what to say about that.
Okay, well, we'll move on to the next topic then.
I like Bobo, yeah.
734.
Hey, Sam.
What's up, buddy?
Cinnamon Toast Diva. How you doing, man?
Hey, man.
Snowy. I got a suggestion for Bobo's the L.A. to finish to his road trip.
We're not doing Snowy. I normally love your calls, but not today. Bobo, you got enough time with your road trip, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but I am still trying to figure out the ending.
I understand, but you got to do this in your brain, not vocally. 203. 203.
That guy might have had it.
Well, I didn't want to hear it.
Okay.
Hey guys, you could keep doing drugs as long as you can keep whistling, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. 813.
Sure, why not?
What does that mean?
Why is there not a crowdfund site for Bobo and Colin?
Look, I feel like there's sabotage afoot. There can't be this many people interested in this road trip.
That's hilarious.
Am I
$100? I got $100 right now if you set it up.
Bobo, did you hear that?
$100?
Okay, maybe what you do,
$100.
Bobo, you got a little video camera, right? I've seen your dog videos. Why don't you go home and start a Kickstarter page? You ever think about that?
All right.
All right, good. All right, I'm glad we...
Is Bobo donating his brain to science when he dies?
That's not much of a... I mean, do you think, Dr. Steve, you're a medical expert, do you think science could do anything
with his brain?
With whatever. I'm not even going to call it a brain. Whatever is in Bobo's skull.
They just figured some shit out about Einstein's brain recently.
Yeah.
So
right.
It took that many years to do that, so I don't know.
Bobo's probably has a lot less space to work with.
Fewer folds.
No,
yeah.
It's a brain. It's not...
Bobo's brain is like an ice skating rink. It's just smooth. You're just sliding right across it.
No, there actually is a brain there, and it's full size.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right. So we are learning things
And
today.
he does got a clean dick.
And Bobo the dick?
Yeah, of course, it's a clean dick.
All right. 803.
Hey, man.
Genital
What's up, buddy?
hygiene is very important.
It is, isn't it?
Hey, I wanted to ask a question for Dr. Steve about my testicles.
What about them? This is what I'm looking for.
Well, when I orgasm, I have a small. It looks almost like rice. It's almost like a gelatin.
Oh, yeah.
When I ejaculate.
Is that mixed in with the ejaculate, or is that all it is?
Yeah, it looks like tapioca,
Yes,
right?
It's part of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's part of it. So you'll have a regular orgasm, but if you do it and it goes on through the sheet.
Yeah, little globs.
You'll see them separate, little gelatin globs.
Yeah.
Hey.
What it is
Like almost like a plasma.
yeah, kind of. What happens with ejaculate is the reason we ejaculate is to impregnate a woman, right? I mean,
Is that why you ejaculated, Whoo Kid?
I thought you got to put it in their mouths, doctor. Excuse me.
I mean, that was the functional reason why ejaculate was invented in the first place.
Jesus.
And when you ejaculate in a woman and you want to, and if the purpose is to get her pregnant, then you want to keep the ejaculate in the vagina.
Oh, yeah.
Long enough so that the sperm can kind of work their way up and fertilize an egg. And to do that, jizz needs to come out nice and smooth and liquidy because it's got to come out of the penis.
Yeah.
But then when it's in the vagina, it wants to stay in there. So
Right.
there's this protein called seminagelin or seminagelin, and it actually causes semen to coagulate.
And sometimes that can happen without it even going into a vagina.
Yes. And sometimes, especially if you've had some loads that have been sitting there waiting to be ejected,
Right.
it will start to coagulate a little bit early. That protein will start to work.
Sometimes those loads can get impatient.
That's right.
Yeah, I understand.
And it comes out like tapioca. You see little pearls of seminagelin and coagulated semen in there. But that's all that is. It's totally normal.
Totally normal and safe. Who could? You don't spend a lot of time. You don't spend a lot of time between loads. Do you ever get the tapioca?
No, my shit is like Kool-Aid right now. That shit is liquid.
Right, it comes out red and sweet.
It's like,
Yeah.
in that mouth.
And Bobo.
You know, his shit is tapioca.
I don't know. Probably, I don't know. I just know from jacking off, that's all.
All right, that makes sense.
Might have a little cream of wheat effect or something in there, right?
Is there a little cream of wheat? Does it come out like raw oatmeal? Just
No, it just comes out regular jizz, regular like whatever it is.
you still jerk off into a coffee cup every now and then?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to leave a mess all over the place.
So, and is that like a styrofoam Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup or a mug?
Not usually the standard styrofoam cup.
So you drink a coffee, you don't throw out the cup, then you put some semen into it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then do you save the cups on your windowsill?
No, I just
Name them?
Has anybody ever accidentally picked up one of those? Have you ever done that with a cigarette?
I throw
and
the cups in the
somebody's
trash after.
You do.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Very
I throw
nice
them
of
in
you.
the trash.
All right. 516.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Dr. Steve, before I ask you my question, Whoo Kid, could you call me God?
Of course.
Call it. What up?
What up, God?
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey.
Dr. Steve, I'm having trouble holding my piss lately. I'm dribbling.
Hey.
How old are you?
26.
Oh, that's young to be dribbling, I feel
I know, man. I know.
So do you dribble like after you piss?
No, like beforehand. I'm always in my car. I drive around for work and shit, so I got to hold it sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just getting weaker and weaker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's...
But does that happen usually at 26?
No, it's a little young. We'll see this a lot in guys who have prostate problems because the prostate keeps their bladder from fully emptying. So as the prostate gets larger and larger and the pressure gets higher and higher in the bladder, they'll get a big giant distended bladder, and then little bits will leak out, and it's hard for them to completely empty it. When you've got a 26-year-old, you got to wonder why. You may just be holding it so much that your bladder's become, kind of distended, and there's high pressure in there, and
it weakens the bladder if you hold it often.
The sphincter, because here's the thing: we have this mechanism it's a little muscular valve that keeps you from just dribbling urine constantly. If you have a catheter in, you're just draining urine all the time. And we have that in our rectum too, so that we're not just walking around dropping loads everywhere.
Right.
And there's evolutionary reasons for that. It would be unsafe for us to be marking our territory everywhere that we walk. So we kind of develop these mechanisms to just piss and shit where we want to for the most part. And but when you got a 26-year-old, a couple of things. If you could void your bladder more often, it may stop. If it doesn't, then yeah, you need to see a doctor and see what's going on.
Do some of what we were doing on the show today. Get some fingers up the old ass and see what's going on.
You could have a prostate infection. That's a way that a 26-year-old could get an enlarged prostate too.
Yeah.
You know.
You ever have that old prostate examined, Whoo Kid? Fingers up the ass?
Yeah, I had a doctor finger me, but he did it for a long time, though.
That's.
I was
you
like,
sure?
Was you find a way?
Was it one of those Haitian doctors?
Nah, it was a cool white Jewish guy.
But he just stayed up there, huh?
I let him go in there because he was Jewish. You know, I don't really trust black doctors.
Oh, I understand. Wow. I get that. You ever let any of the bitches put their fingers up there?
It's usually a guy.
Okay, I meant in your sexual life.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, if it's usually a guy, that's fine too.
Nah.
We're still cool.
I think you're talking about
no value judgments.
Yeah. You ever let in your sexual life any of the bitches put their fingers up there?
I don't really like it.
You know,
it feels weird.
Bobo, what do you think of the guy's problem?
I mean, a prostate exam, I guess, I'm not sure if there's a problem. I've never had a prostate exam, so I won't know if there's a problem.
No, he concurs with my answer.
I gotcha. Bobo concurs.
Yes, Bobo concurs.
Maybe he has weak dick muscle or something, man. Like,
do you think that's what it is?
It's like you can't squeeze the fucking liquid in there.
How's your dick muscle?
My shit is tight, kid.
814.
Stop drinking water.
That's what it is, right?
How is he going to help himself?
Okay, yeah. Is there any way to improve your dick muscle, Dr. Steve?
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do Kegel maneuvers,
with your dick?
With your, with your... Well,
I've heard chicks do that.
I mean, there's not a muscle in your dick exactly. There's a spongy thing called the corpus cavernosa, and they go on either side. They're like sponges, and they fill up with blood when you get an erection. And the reason that you don't just become like a water balloon and this big giant blobby thing is because the sheath around the penis only will expand a certain amount. It only has a certain amount of elasticity in it. And so once it reaches the limit of its ability to expand and you keep pumping blood in there, then you get a big, nice, hard, meaty, tasty erection.
Where I come in.
That's what you're looking for, right, Whoo Kid? That's what you need to have.
Well, the big meaty thing. I don't know about the tasty part.
We're saying delicious, yeah.
Big meaty, yeah.
Bobo, dick exercises?
Because that's kind of news to me. Dick exercises. How about one that can make it bigger?
Yeah.
Have you seen Bobo's penis before, Dr. Steve?
No, I have not.
Hey, E-Rock, can you close the curtains?
No, I'm not gonna show it.
He's a doctor, Bobo.
It's professional.
Have you seen it, Whoo Kid?
Oh, Bobo's there?
Yeah.
No, he just told me it's clean.
Okay. E-Rock, who's in there? Is anybody in there right now? I'm just looking at an empty room. Somebody shut the curtains for the love of God. I swear to God, this show.
We have time.
People think the Aftershow. They just go, "Oh,
don't do it now, Bo."
we're gonna shut the curtains. Thank God we have.
I said it's gonna be a brief thing because I don't want to be known as just the guy that shows his.
Of course, no. You're a multifaceted guy. That's why I brought you in to talk medicine today. But I do want Dr. Steve to see your penis to just give his medical opinion on that. We're gonna have Bobo show Dr. Steve his penis. Well, he's a doctor, and Whoo Kid's never seen it either, so that could be fun. Bobo, go ahead.
I'm not a doctor, though.
Full pants down on this.
That's okay.
No, we'll just go down to like the knee.
Thanks, Sam.
No, just
let me cover my eyes.
Not that. Whoo Kid, take a look.
Oh, come on.
Take a look. Take a quick look.
If you just see long enough, then you could just pants up.
Yeah, well, we're going to take the pants down. Okay, look, Whoo Kid, take a look. There's some hair going on. Hey, take a look. You see it?
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Now, does your urethra actually go all the way through your penis, or is it below your penis? The tip.
Wait.
Where did it go?
Can you show Whoo Kid again real quick? Please do, Bobo.
Where did it go?
Bobo, please, stand up.
No photos.
No photos. I'm not taking any photos.
Hell no. We don't want to remember that.
No.
Yeah, and just hold it down because I want Whoo Kid to describe it.
It's gone.
It's gone, you think?
It's not as small as I imagined it was.
Really?
After hearing about it, yeah, it's a little girthier than I thought it would be.
Oh, you hear that, Bobo? A little girthier.
It's got a little girth.
Not bad, huh?
Well, that means it's not That means it's not as worse as I think it is.
There you go. Well said.
In nigga terms, it's super tiny, though.
Okay. Those are not medical terms, but
in nigga terms.
Okay. That's why I have both your perspectives. Anything Bobo can do with that thing?
Well, I think he's had. How many surgeries have you had on that thing now?
I've had 48.
48 surgeries?
I shouldn't be laughing.
That's why it's gone.
Wow. No, for a penis that's had 48 surgeries, it looks pretty damn good.
Oh, there you go, Bobo.
Yeah.
Give it up for Bobo's dick, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
where is it?
What thing have you ever seen have 48 surgeries on it and look even vaguely human?
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that shouldn't look anything like a penis.
No.
And it does have similarities to a penis.
It's very similar to a penis.
So Bobo's not a virgin, right?
Bobo?
Yeah, I still am.
Are you still a virgin?
Yeah, I still am. I don't speak about it. I don't want to speak about it on the air that much. I'm a virgin.
I'm going to get you some pussy, man.
You would do that for Bobo?
Yeah, some pussy.
How do you like that, Bobo? Things are looking up. You got a little girth. Yeah. You got something that looks like a penis.
Yeah.
And Whoo Kid's going to hook it up. Is there anything Bobo can do to help his situation out, or?
And I'd have to actually do an exam, and
yeah, we don't want you doing that.
That's okay. Know a little bit more about the blood flow to the organ itself, and I asked this question about your urethra. It looks at because what I saw was a glans, which is the Roman war helmet, but I didn't see the opening. So is the opening underneath?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a hypospadias when you were born, is that right?
Yeah, when I was very young.
Yeah. Okay.
And that means he was born.
The urethra didn't go out. You know how your penis has a hole in the end of the
pee hole,
right? And it's right in the center of the gland.
Yes.
And his was probably below.
Is that right, Bobo? You were born with your pee hole below your penis?
Yeah, something like that.
Still on the shaft, but didn't go all the way through. So what they have to do is kind of mold the glands around through surgery after surgery.
That is awful.
And yeah, it is awful. And you got to make a cock hole in there too.
Oh.
And you don't want to screw it up so that he can't piss out of that either. So it's very delicate.
Do you have any trouble pissing?
Yeah, that is. Sometimes it does take longer to start the thing up.
Yeah. Is it still? Where's your pee hole now?
Somewhere around there.
And in the top or at the bottom, under it?
It's somewhere in the middle, somewhere maybe.
It's getting close.
Somewhere a little more close to the typical area.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to have more surgery, or are you done?
No. I think I'm done with that.
Done. Okay.
Fingers crossed, right? And you probably wouldn't recommend going in for another elongation surgery.
Number 49, no.
He has a hole.
I think I'm done with the surgery.
Good for you, bub.
He has a hole in the side of his dick, so if a chick is sucking it, they got to do it from the side?
No, it's under, right?
Yeah.
The hole is under the
If
dick?
this is where it's supposed to be, then it would be coming out.
So Bobo's normal. It's a normal thing. He took care of it.
He took care. Well,
get this guy some pussy, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's good now.
It's time for him to try it out.
Yeah,
exactly. Let's take this Bobo dick for a test drive, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Get that pussy, man.
John in Texas.
Hey, it's Josh. I actually tweeted at you a while back because I really didn't know there was anything wrong with my dick until you told your story. And
you talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, Sam Roberts.
Yeah, not Bobo's dick. Oh, God, no.
Yeah. And furthermore, even if your dick was like Bobo's, he's not the guy to tweet to. So, Bobo, what's your opinion on that right there? At the beginning of that sentence is the wrong.
Yeah, Sam had phimosis, which means his glands was so freakishly huge that he couldn't pull his foreskin back.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good way to phrase it. That's a great way to phrase it. I don't know if you know this, Whoo Kid, and I'm assuming that Josh has the same problem. I was circumcised. You circumcised, man?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I was circumcised. How old were you when you were circumcised?
I don't know. I think I was a baby.
I was 19.
What?
Yes.
So you were
the worst.
So I know the struggle, Bobo. I've had a little penis surgery of my own that I can recall.
I think yours is a different situation. Yours is actual circumcised. Me, there was urinary system problems.
That's true. That's a good point.
It's a whole different animal. You had
It's still scalpel to penis, though.
It's rough.
Nothing good's going to happen.
One is better than 48.
Right.
One is still rough.
Jesus.
The problem was the hole in the foreskin wasn't big. It was small. It was like the size of a normal pee hole, and it did not extend.
Right.
Therefore, the natural head of the penis could not escape that devious foreskin.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's get this foreskin out of here forever.
Yeah.
If it doesn't want to be cooperative.
They're like pigs in a blanket.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yapes.
So I spent my spring break of my freshman year of college
screaming.
Screaming indeed.
Every guy I've known that's had a circumcision as an adult has said it was just the worst pain.
I'm glad I had it done.
Confirm that?
Yeah, it's terrible pain.
Yeah.
And it's something you have to deal with for. They say when I went in, they told me that you can get it done, that men can get it done on a Friday and go back to work on a Monday. That's not the case.
I mean, there's vasectomy, and that wasn't true.
Right. Yeah. There's weird swelling. There's like, all you got the, like, I thought I had a piece of gelatin attached to me, like some kind of, but it was me.
Yeah.
It was swelled up and it was very strange for some time. Oh. And it's one of those things where people say, you can't get hard while you're recovering, but it's not going to happen anyway. Like you're not going to get hard while there's nothing happening down there.
God, if you did though.
Oh. But I'm glad I had it done. And because aesthetically, it's just one less thing to explain to a woman. No, because I do. Like, you just want to be able to whip it out and, to use it. You know what I mean? Who should
not have to have a conversation about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get it.
So what do you got going on, Josh?
Well, see, I just figured out that, I've really never enjoyed a blowjob that much, and that's probably my fucking problem. So I want to get this thing taken care of so I can figure out what all the fuss is about. I'm 29 fucking years old, and I've never really enjoyed one.
Yeah.
I mean...
for me, I'm not
Are there any other options? Can I just stretch that motherfucker out or something?
I try, and I got to tell you, that's a good question, because I went to a urologist, and that's the first step. Mm-hmm. You got to try to stretch that shit out.
What?
Like you're just sitting there doing little exercises in the bathroom every day, trying to stretch your foreskin and stretch your foreskin.
And God help you if you actually get it past the glands and you can't get it back, because now that becomes a medical emergency, because it can cut off the blood flow to the tip of the penis.
Right.
And then it will slough off. Which I love that word because it sounds like what it would sound like if it happened.
Yeah.
Slough off.
Like needle nose pliers or something, and just try to get them in there.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. That's what you have a urologist for. But the stretching is the first thing. And they will even use some creams and stuff like that to try to loosen things up. But then after that, if it doesn't work, then circumcision's the way to go. So right now, you cannot pull your foreskin back. You can't retract it to see. Yeah.
Oh, not even. I don't even see daylight,
dude. Let me ask you this: when you piss, does your foreskin bubble up?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought I had 3 nuts and they rotated.
Yeah.
And every time that I had to pee, the one nut would go to the tip.
That's exactly what happens.
Wow.
That's the same exact situation, dude.
That's a really tight phimosis.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And it never hurt.
Yeah.
But it just would not. It's not moving.
Well, things aren't clean under there either.
There was no odor for me, thank God.
Yeah.
And you try to point it under the fucking faucet in the shower and try to squeeze some soap in there or whatever, but there's no getting under.
No.
I'm so happy I'm not having breakfast right now.
So is there anything that he can do, Dr. Steve, aside from stretching and circumcision and
just he needs to see a urologist, get it taken care of.
John, I got to tell you, Josh, sorry. For me, it sucked for a week or two, maybe a month, until it finally started to take shape again. And then, you got a scar for a little while, but the scar heals. Yeah. And it's one of the best decisions I ever made. Like, there's not one day that I don't regret it. And quite frankly, my wife thanks me all the time for it.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, email me. I'll send you some information. It's weirdmedicinexm@gmail.com.
I appreciate it, man. I just want to try to minimize downtime because, I drive truck and I don't
understand.
Have 6 day or vacation.
But I will tell you, driving a truck, if you put on a pair of sweatpants. Because I'm telling you, none of this jean bullshit. I was walking around in pajama pants all spring break.
Holy shit.
But put on a pair of sweatpants, dude, and that might be the one thing that you can...
I wonder if a cup would help. When I had my vasectomy, I wore a pitcher's cup.
Yeah. Oh. As long as it's big enough that it's not touching.
Things from touching it.
Yeah. But John, I would get it done. You email Dr. Steve, he's the doctor, but in my personal experience, it was the right call.
Can you tell Josh that you're getting a good dick suck now from your wife? No,
I am. I'm going to tell you something. Josh.
Right?
I enjoy blowjobs.
Your wife is happy with it?
And she is happy with it. She likes the way it looks.
It's smooth and all that.
Like, she doesn't have to worry about any dirt. It's smooth as silk.
Yeah.
And we live in America. And aesthetically...
That's right.
that's what it's supposed to look like in America. And that's one of those things that, it's like having a weird haircut. Trust me.
Right. It's lustrous.
Thank you, Josh.
I appreciate it, man.
What do you think, Bob?
I think it'll work out for the better for him.
That's right. That's right. Jay in Pittsburgh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Did I just blow your mind, Whoo Kid?
Yeah.
What's up, Jay?
Dr. Steve, I got a question. Ever since I came back from Iraq the last time, I've had like really bad skin problems. Like it looks like I have dandruff on my cheeks, like below my eyes and to the side of my nose, and then up on my forehead and eyebrows. And if I scrub like my face at night, it gets like beet red, and it's painful.
Yeah.
And the other thing, like I've used different lotions, different face creams, like all different stuff. Sometimes it's fine. Like today, it doesn't look like anything's wrong with my face at all. But then it'll flare up, and I really have no idea what it is. I don't know what to use, and I've seen some doctors before, and they're just like, "Oh, just try this type of ointment," and nothing seems to work.
Do you ever go to the VA?
Try to stay away from them.
Okay.
Right now, just because the claims are so backed up. I'm still active duty, and I have the insurance I have. I could go through a regular doctor. So.
Okay. I mean, there are some skin things. I'm not an expert on this, but if you email me, I can become an expert really fast. There were some skin conditions that were known for Iraq war veterans. There was one called leishmaniasis, and there's some others that had something to do with sand fleas. And I can find out some information for you and get it to you. And then you just take it into your doctor, say, and the way you approach them is, I found this on the internet, and it kind of seems like it may apply to me. What do you think? And then you put it in the doctor's court so that they can act like it was their idea when they have this light bulb go off and treat you appropriately. Because if you go at them any other way, they start getting defensive, and they'll blow you off.
Doctors don't like it when you go in having diagnosed yourself.
Right. A
Interesting.
lot of doctors don't, because they're narcissists.
Yeah.
And
I've looked up different stuff like leishmaniasis and a couple other skin conditions, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like that.
Nothing really seems to match up what I've seen.
What you're talking about sounds more like eczema or something, which, you can get any time in your life, too. But it's easily treated with, standard medications, including like steroid creams and stuff, if it's just localized.
Mm-hmm.
But
where can you email you?
weirdmedicinexm@gmail.com. And, a dermatologist is a great place to start. Some of the primary care guys, their philosophy, and that was mine, was, if it's wet, make it dry. If it's dry, make it wet. If they're on steroids, take them off. If they're not on steroids, put them on steroids. And that was our whole protocol for skin things.
Thanks, Jay.
And, a dermatologist can do a little bit more.
My boy just hit me from community college. I think his problem.
What is it?
If his skin is getting dark, you might have the sand niggeromics.
Okay, I don't know what that even means. But on that note, we're talking about skin.
Sand nigger.
Whoo Kid, black don't crack.
Never.
Medically, why is that?
Because of I don't know. Farrakhan told me we have this thing in our DNA.
Farrakhan told you that, Lewis.
Yeah, and it's on the DVD.
Amazing. And Bobo?
I think that maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Farrakhan. Well said. Well said.
I concur with Bobo.
Let's go to one more. John in Texas.
Hemoglobin.
Hey, Dr. Steve, got a question for you.
Yeah, man.
This just started happening about 2 weeks ago. I'm 46.
Shit.
Still get, just super hard erections. Everything works fine.
Would you describe them as delicious, John?
He's bragging.
Oh, they're absolutely delicious. Anyway,
tasty.
Tasty. Here's the issue. Out of the blue, about 2 weeks ago now, I've not been able to have an orgasm.
Okay.
It still feels fantastic, and I don't know. I'm gonna throw this in your court, like you was just talking about.
John, when you say it still feels fantastic, are you coming without ejaculating, or do you just not come?
No, I do not.
So there is no climax.
No orgasm whatsoever. And I don't know if because it happened once, now I'm like, oh my God, my mind's gonna work against me, or I've also noticed a little. I just had all my physicals the other day. PSA come back 0.9.
Good.
Everything was fine with that. but
that's his prostate-specific antigen test, just for.
Wow.
That's
okay.
right.
So that's good.
That's
Lower
right.
is better.
So what do you think? Thanks, John. So what do you think it could be, Dr.
Well, what he's describing is a thing called delayed ejaculation. Is he still on the line?
No, I just.
Oh, you hung up on
him.
Okay. A lot of times we'll see this in people who are on medications like antidepressants and stuff. So the first thing I would have asked him if he was still on the line was, did they put him on any new medication recently? Mm-hmm. There are treatments for it, and some guys have delayed ejaculation where it's only when they're in a vagina or in somebody's mouth, and when they're masturbating, they can complete the transaction easily. And what happens in those
try
cases,
another hole. That's one thing.
Well, in those cases, there's people who knows better how to stimulate your penis than you do.
That's right.
And so they get really good at masturbating, and when they have vaginal sex, it feels different, and they have trouble ejaculating or coming to an orgasm. So what I recommend for those people is to buy a rubber masturbator or a fleshlight or something like that,
like a little pocket pussy,
right? And put it on the vanity in the bathroom or wherever, and lube it up, and then fuck it. But you don't want to use it as a masturbator. You don't want to move it up and down on your shaft. You want to move your body so you're actually
get yourself accustomed to
having sex that way again.
Bobo, you ever get in a situation where a coffee cup doesn't do it for you?
I don't really know.
Good.
I don't really know. I'm a bit of a virgin, so I wouldn't know.
Right, that's a good point.
I
don't know.
No, what if you walk around the office with your dick hard?
I think that's no, I don't think you can do that at all.
I mean, there's time I walk down the hallway and my dick is hard.
The problem is a lot of people are waiting for the holidays to hate Steven Singer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Bobo, you get in on this with me, because you understand. Why wait? The longer you wait, the more that you're going to hate Steven Singer. That's a guarantee.
Hey.
So why not get her that great gift today, right online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Get that shit.
Steven has a collection of silver and diamond jewelry. You can find the perfect gift starting at $69 all the way up to $8,900.
$69, God.
That's right, Whoo Kid. And everything in between. Steven makes holiday shopping so easy and affordable. Just go online to IHateStevenSinger.com and check out his silver and diamond collection.
Woo, silver, God.
You have to get the woman in your life a gift, and you want it to be a great gift.
Silver.
The more you procrastinate in buying her a holiday present, the guiltier you're going to feel. The guiltier that you feel, the bigger the present you're going to buy. So take this advice. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com now. Get your holiday shopping done today.
Hey.
Steven always has fast and free shipping both ways, and with his 90-day return policy, it's truly risk-free shopping. Steven Singer Jewelers, the other corner of 8th and Walnut, 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER, or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hey.
We're out of time. Sam Roberts Show is 4 p.m. Eastern on this channel on Sunday.
Hey.
I'll also be at the Pro Wrestling Syndicate show on Saturday. Dr. Steve, where can they get more of this wonderful medical advice?
Weird Medicine on Sirius XM Saturday nights at 9 p.m., Sunday at 9 a.m., Monday at 5 a.m. for you truckers, and also on the Riotcast Network.
And that's two different shows.
That's two different shows, completely different content.
So that's great. Listen to both of them. They're, excellent shows. Anything going on this weekend, Whoo Kid?
I got Mike Tyson this weekend. He's gonna talk about pussy and STDs. So we're gonna be a little medicinal.
That's on Shade 45 Saturday and Sunday now.
Medicinal.
And Bobo, you will be at a party in Queens.
Yeah, right, party in Queens.
Excellent. Well, we'll see you on Monday. Thank you for coming by, Dr. Steve.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll see you later. Goodbye.
Opie and Anthony Show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A Show on Facebook at Facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next. Hey. All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, at Opie Radio, at Anthony Cumia, and at Jim Norton.